right, today let's have a conversation about gun safes and fire ratings. My name is Tom Kubinick, President and CEO of SecureIt Tactical. I spent the last 25 years designing and building weapon storage systems and armories for the U.S. military. SecureIt now makes a line of adaptable modular gun safes for the consumer market. I'm going to start right off by saying it's bullshit. The problem lies in the test and how they test safes. Now, we took our true safe, which we built, and we sent it to one of these facilities to have it tested. So let me walk you through what they do and why it's so flawed. A safe comes into one of these facilities, they put temperature probes inside, they close the door, they put it in an oven. They bring the temperature very quickly up to 1300 degrees, and they start a timer. As the safe slowly warms on the inside, when the inside temperature of the safe reaches 350 degrees, the test is over. If it goes 50 minutes, that's a 45-minute rating. If it goes an hour 10, they give it an hour rating. They tend to round down to the nearest hour or 45 minutes. The problem is it's a static test. In a real-world fire, it's a convective environment. The air can be moving in a house fire in excess of 60 miles an hour. Static air transfers heat very slowly. Convective moving air can transfer heat very, very quickly. Let me give you an analogy. If you're making pizzas at home, you preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Once it gets there, you could open that oven up, put your hand in the oven, and hold it there for probably over a minute. It's going to very slowly heat up and get warmer and warmer until we have to pull it out so it doesn't burn. Now, picture a small jet engine mounted on a bench. The engine's running, the exhaust gas is the same 450 degrees, but it's coming out at 60 miles an hour. Put your hand into that exhaust, it's going to burn all the skin and bone off your hand in less than a second. You'll have third-degree burns, probably lose your hand, and this is going to happen in less than a second. Heat transfer at that level of convection is extremely efficient and very fast. In a fire in your home, the air can be moving in excess of 60 miles an hour. Temperatures can approach 2,000 degrees. Now, we tested an American-made 90-minute rated safe. We bought the best fire-rated safe from one of America's largest safe manufacturers, and we built what we called the burn box. We tried to simulate a room in a house with a safe in it. We had temperature probes in the safe. We lit the fire, started a timer. Now, due to our lack of understanding how fires burn, our burn box never got above 900 degrees. We never really got the torrent of fire that can happen in a home. However, in our test, the 90-minute safe went 18 minutes till it broke 350. Now, at that point, we put the fire out, and we were going to let the safe cool so we could do some further inspection. I came back to the safe 20 minutes later, and the internal temperature of that safe was 720 degrees. Why is this significant? When your guns go to 380 degrees, hardened steel starts to lose its properties. That's your bolt, your trigger group. Above 680 degrees, annealing changes. That's your barrels. So these guns now in this safe would be 720 degrees. Depending how they cool down, those barrels could be brittle, they could be soft. These are guns that you're never going to shoot again. Now, if we had got that fire really raging, the temperature up to 1300 degrees and a real torrent of convection, that safe probably would have gone 5 minutes. But gun safes, as designed, cannot withstand the heat transfer in a true convective fire. The question is, do you need a fire rating? I'm going to say you really don't. When you look at actual fire statistics, the risk of fires in a home is dropping every year. They started tracking this in the late 1800s. It's the insurance industry that tracks all this data. Fires in homes are very rare. When you look at the fires that do occur, 94% of all fires in homes occur in the kitchen. The fire is contained to a pot on the stove or within the oven. Most of the insurance claims for fire are smoke-related, not heat-related. The odds of an open flame, heat damage fire in your home is extremely rare, and when those do occur, they're typically confined to the room where they start. Normally it's smoking or human air or improper use of a heater. So the question comes back, do you need a fire rating? You really don't. And what you're paying for is nonsense. You're paying for a lot of weight and a lot of useless material that's not giving you any protection. Furthermore, the materials they used to create these fire ratings are corrosive. You've got drywall and adhesive and carpeting, all three of which are banned from use in military armories. They're banned from use in museums. We design and build a lot of museum storage systems for relic firearms, and all these materials are banned because of their corrosive properties. That's why the industry, the gun safe industry, sells millions of dollars in products designed to stop corrosion. With SecureIt safes, you don't need to use any of those. A properly cleaned and oiled gun will not corrode. So if you are looking for some level of fire protection, it is available. You need to look at double-walled steel safes that are filled with cement. AMSEC, American Security, they make a line of filled safes. SecureIt, we make the True Safe, which is a double-walled steel safe filled with a concrete composite. Now, these safes are ridiculously heavy and they're very expensive. We make one to prove a point, that just to say this is what a fire safe is. But this idea that you can take a metal box, throw some drywall and carpeting in it and say it's a fire rating is 100% bullshit. So how do we get to this point? Well, it goes back to the mid-70s when the gun safe industry really started to flourish. They took the standard safe design, which is 2 layers of steel with a cement fill, and they want to make gun safes. The problem is, at the size of a gun safe, the safes are way too expensive and they're way too heavy. So what they did, they eliminated the outer steel, they eliminated the cement, and they took the inner steel box, lined that with drywall and carpeting, and they called it a gun safe. They came up with this fire test where they put it in an oven and it cooks for 45 minutes. And they give it that kind of a fire rating. The reality is, this is pure fantasy. In a real fire, your guns will not survive. Talk to any fire chief. If they're involved in a fire with a gun safe, do the guns survive? They do not. This industry is trying to convince people that you need a fire rating. I don't believe anybody really needs a fire-rated safe. If you feel you must have one, you have to look at a filled safe. Again, look at American Security. They make a line of filled safes. We make our True Safe. Shy of those, it's fantasy. It's bullshit. If you think your guns in a traditional gun safe are going to survive a hot fire, you're flat out wrong. It's not going to happen. If you've got questions, go ahead and post them. I'm going to try to reply as many as I can. Traditional gun safes with drywall and carpeting are pure nonsense.